Hey guys, so it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these. I don't even know how to set up my phone, and my best friend is calling me and she's gonna be so mad when she sees that I was live. But sorry girl, I'll call you right back. God, I have to take this off the charger. But yeah, I'm just getting ready for work right quick, and I just decided to come live because I haven't posted a video in a hot minute, mostly because I announced on my other channel, my vlog channel, that I'm pregnant, which kind of affects just like my productivity, if you can call it that. Like, it just makes me like really lazy, and I'm just like always tired and sleepy, and I'm kind of like just fighting myself to do stuff, to get up and do stuff every day. So that's the story with that, but everything is good. Like, I really can't complain. I'm at a really good place right now in my life, that I will share a lot of things, mostly on my vlog channel. I feel like during this pregnancy, you're probably going to be seeing me a lot more on my other channel, just because I got a new job and all that, and truthfully, I just sometimes don't have the time to keep up with like the stuff that I have going on, like as far as like responsibilities, and I gotta take care of this, that, and that, and to actually like sit down, film a video, and then edit it and all that, versus like vlogs and stuff like that really doesn't require much editing, and it doesn't require me having to stop doing the things that actually like I need to do in my real life. So I can just kind of just record myself doing my regular day-to-day stuff anyways, and then just put the pieces together and just upload it. And you know, it's just a period of time in my life that I want to make sure I keep track of, so it would make sense that I would vlog it. Oh my god, this is taking forever for these braids to come out, and I need to not be taking so long because I actually want to do a really light beat on my face, a little bit of makeup, because that's one of the things I noticed, like since I've been pregnant. My face has been breaking out a lot, and you can see like I got a whole bunch of dark spots and stuff in my face now. That's really not cute. It's not bad, truthfully. And I do go to work and stuff like this with my face just like this a lot of times, like with nothing on it, just lip balm. But whenever I have the time, I try to, you know, fix up myself just a little bit. But it is what it is. Oh my god, my hair just seems like it's gonna take up all my time though, and I don't want to go to work with my hair like this, because I did this like 3 days now, and I know my manager wanted to say something to me like, girl, please don't come back here with your hair looking like that, but I don't know if she was being polite or what, but she didn't say anything. But I know like deep down she was like, girl, please don't do that. But it is what it is. But yeah, so many great things have been happening lately, and I just feel like I have to give God thanks. I'm definitely gonna try to at least be doing a bunch of live videos on here, because yeah, like I said, I just don't have the time to really sit down and do a planned out video. So if I am doing my makeup, and I won't be able to actually sit and film me doing my makeup and all that stuff, I'll just cut the camera on and just be live. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair for work. And my hair needs a perm so bad. So bad. This rice water thing is okay. I think I only did it like one time since the last time I did a rice water update, because truthfully it's kind of hard to balance it off with moisture, because I need a really good deep conditioner. I need to shop for hair products, and I need to shop for makeup stuff. I feel like my inventory has gotten a little low with me moving around from place to place to place. Cause listen, if you went to my old apartment and look under my bathroom sink, Like it would be hair products galore, like a bunch of stuff that I was barely even using because I just have so much stuff. And separate from that, I had like a whole suitcase and trunk full of hair products that I use even less often than the things under my sink. And I just moved and didn't take a lot of the stuff with me, just so I could travel light. And I just thought, well, I'll buy it again, whatever. I only took things that were my absolute favorite. And then I went to New York and left a lot of stuff in New York too. Like right now, I have a bunch of clothes at my cousin's house that I left. And I have like shoes and stuff there. My friend's house, I have a whole suitcase full of like my skincare products and hair stuff. A lot of those stuff are gonna be expired by the time I go get them, so I'm gonna end up having to throw a lot of this stuff away, which is upsetting. But some of my favorite deep conditioners and masks and stuff like that are actually in that suitcase. So I definitely need to plan a trip to New York pretty soon, but it's just with work and everything, and because Deontay and I both have family in New York, it's just like if one of us is planning to go, we have to kind of try to line it up with the other, because he would be upset if I planned a trip to go to New York and just went. Vice versa, I'd be very pissed if he just up and went to New York, because we'd look at it like, yo, like I have stuff to do in New York too. Like, why would you just think you need to go by yourself? So we both have to line it up with our jobs and just grown up stuff that's just not easy for anybody. But yeah. Oh damn. But yeah, I don't know if I look at my hair. All this is new growth. Like all this. I haven't permed my hair since November. And I'm not gonna perm it until February, because I stretch my relaxers. And truthfully, this year I've been extremely lazy with my hair. I feel like in the past, when I was making a lot of hair videos, and you guys can probably tell because that's why I haven't really been posting much hair videos, I used to post a bunch of hair videos because I was just always looking up different home remedies for your hair and stuff like that, and looking up, the science of hair care and this, that's the next, which is great. I'm still very much interested in that because I still take care of my hair. But just with me not working for a couple months, like I kind of lost motivation, because I was just like, yo, I'm broke, and it makes no sense sitting down watching these videos and it's just like, oh damn, I want to buy these things but I can't. So I just kind of was just doing with what I could do, which is, just having like a little cheap shampoo and this and that. So the past couple months, I haven't been taking the best care of my hair just because I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Normally, I would have like anything I see for my hair that I'm like, oh wow, that looks good, I'm gonna buy it. And I just go buy it. Or if it's stuff where it's like all natural stuff that you have to make, I'll order the ingredients online and just get around to making it. Like there's this aloe vera shampoo that I'm definitely gonna make really soon, especially now that I'm working, because when it comes on to shampoos, I really do hate shampoo in my hair. Like I really do hate shampoo in my hair. And I feel like in the past, when I was using alternative methods to cleanse my hair, like bentonite clay, and remember when I used to use bentonite clay a lot? That was mostly like when I was transitioning though, and when I had did my whole big chop thing, I was using bentonite clay a lot. And even henna isn't like to cleanse your hair, but I used to use henna a lot and just like kind of like co-wash and then put the henna on my hair and just like skip shampoo completely. And I had this all natural shampoo from the Ox System that was the bomb, that I'm actually going to repurchase once I get some money. That's one of the only shampoos that was like that I bought that I was like, yeah, I actually really like this. And that's because it was all natural, and It never made my hair feel like dry, stripped, or anything. Like, and my hair always felt so healthy and just bomb when I used like their products. No lie, I'm gonna repurchase the entire line. And then there was yeah, so the shampoo that I want to make is a all natural aloe vera shampoo, which I just think it's gonna be bomb because for one, the benefits from what I've researched from the ingredients is amazing, and it will of course keep your hair clean, which is the point of shampooing, without the sulfates and all that stuff drying your hair out, because it will be no added sulfates. And I just can't wait to share that with you guys because I think you will really enjoy that. I think I also want to come up with a bunch of other like little DIY things that I want to show you guys as I redo my little inventory. You guys will definitely be seeing me put you on to a lot of like new products and oldie but goodies that I'll probably talk about again because they're just that good. Like personally, henna is always like, right now I have 2 boxes of henna in my closet that's not open because I just always have henna. I put my mom onto henna, put my cousin onto henna. It's like the truth, for real. And I haven't used it on my hair in a while because I dyed my hair now. I dyed my hair black. If you guys notice, all the colored ends are gone because I was growing it out, but it was taking way too long. And I had got myself some bundles and I made clip-ins and they were black, so I needed my hair to be black, so I just dyed my hair black. And I don't know, because henna changes your hair color and I don't know how it would react to me having dye on my hair, like if it would be some weird green color or something afterwards. But I'm going to redo it. I need to plug my laptop in soon. Ooh, this feels great. My scalp itches so much, which means it's time for a wash. But yeah, so I'm gonna redo the whole henna thing, probably on a small section first, probably like the back section, and see if it does anything crazy. And if it doesn't, then I'll do my entire head. I don't know what to do with my hair now. Might do like a half up, half down, because I work in a restaurant, so I can't like just have my hair out and all over the place. Last thing I'm trying to do is have my hair be all cute and then I get to work and my manager is like, you need to put that away or something. So I don't know, because I feel like if I do something like rock it like just to the side like this, and I'm definitely putting some weave in my hair within the next like 2 weeks because I am so lazy with doing my hair. This shit actually bothers me, especially when my hair is this much grown out. Okay, so I could do like this side pinned back, just like that. Just really simple, you know. Shit, I think I could, because I mean, I don't know. That's the thing with working in restaurants, yo. Like, you have to be careful with your hair. Like, there's some styles I want to do with my hair, but I know it's pointless. It's just like nurses in hospitals. Sure, they would love to get their nails done and little shit like that, do cute stuff with their hair, but as far as I know, nurses always have to like keep their hair off their shoulders type thing, so you know they can get their hair done, but once they're going to work, their hair has to be like off the shoulder. And it's the same thing for when you're working in restaurants. You can have your nails done and this and that and that. Some restaurants are different though, because I've worked places when I used to, remember when I used to grow my nails out like hella long? I've worked at restaurants that didn't have a problem with me doing that. And then I worked at other restaurants where, like, literally within the first week of them hiring me, they're like, you know, you're gonna have to cut those nails. And I'm like, wow. So it definitely varies. I gotta go get these pins because this is exactly what I think I'm gonna do to my hair, because aside from this, I'm not gonna have enough time to do my little makeup. Let me set you right here. Yeah, my arm hurts. Alright. So, yeah. It all depends and stuff like that. God, I get tired so easily too. That's another thing. Like, I literally just walk right there and feel out of breath, which is not good. Because I remember from my last pregnancy, by the time I hit 8-9 months and my stomach had actually gotten like big, oh my gosh, like I hated everything that involved me having to be physical. I hated going to my doctor's appointments, like everything. Like I was just so out of breath. I was tired. It was a bother to put on my clothes. It was a bother to get up and go to the train station. Like it was so annoying. And then it was cold in New York too at the time, so it was just a lot. But these curls are so uneven, like you can see, but I don't even care because my hair is uneven. I don't have like a blunt cut. Some of these ends look so trashy though. Ugh. Fuck it. And then the ends right here look kind of straight because I had the rubber bands on them. But it's whatever. Just gonna put some light makeup on my face right now. This is it. That's it for my hair. I should wash my hands because my hands are hella greasy right now. But I'm just gonna get some wipes. And I just got up and didn't get the wipes. I'll be right back. Alright. I feel like I need to wipe. So I just wanted to talk about just life in general. And you know, I feel like as young people, young adults, sometimes it's just really hard when, you know, you're growing and you're learning and you're making all these plans, and a lot of times it's different for everybody, but I know a lot of times, especially for like traditional families, like Caribbean people and like Africans and stuff like that, your family kind of already, like, the way they grow you is kind of like grooming you and giving you ideas of what you should be when you grow up, what they expect from you and stuff like that. And sometimes it creates like just this pressure. Like you just feel so stressed out and just thinking, well, you know, this is what my parents want. I really want to make my parents proud. And you just kind of go off into this thing where you're just like trying really hard to make these dreams come alive, which the whole time they're not even your dreams. Like they're like your parents' dreams and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with like doing stuff to make your parents happy. You know, I feel like everybody, regardless of whatever race you might be or where in the world you're from, I feel like everybody wants to make their parents proud. You know, like that's one thing that I definitely feel like is universal. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like so many places I put so much emphasis on that, you know, making other people happy, that us as the kids are the ones who really get hurt in the end, because we spend all this time trying to do for everybody and worrying about what everybody's gonna think, you know, and not really like living our life how we want to. Because sometimes in the process of doing what your family wants you to do, you end up kind of finding yourself a little bit or realizing, you know what, I don't like this. This actually makes me miserable. I hate this. But you're so scared to like tell your family because you're scared they might cut you off, or, you know, just be so disappointed they talk bad about you. Every family's different, but I know I've seen this kind of stuff where like family members like kind of like completely disown you because they don't approve of your lifestyle and your life choices, and you know, like they go on for months, years sometimes, like not talking to you, and all that stuff can kind of make you really just depressed and just anxious, like create like anxiety issues, and just you feel like, you know what, I would rather just do what they want just to like make them happy because I can't deal with that kind of thing. And a lot of people just aren't really like strong-willed enough, or not even just strong-willed enough, but some people just can't deal with stuff like that. Like their family approval is very important to them, to the point where they're willing to sacrifice themselves just to make sure that, you know, everybody in the family is happy. For people like that, I really feel for them, because I feel like, I mean, I was never that person, truthfully. I was always like, if anything, more of a disappointment, because I was the opposite. I'm like, listen, I'm doing whatever I want to do. Like, and I've been doing that like since I was a teenager. Like, I think even as a kid, I was very strong-willed because my parents tell a lot of stories about me being very opinionated at as young as like 4 years old. Like, you're giving me options and I'm like, oh no, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm telling you. So I always kind of was the type of person to just do whatever I wanted to do, which has not always been great, because sometimes, you know, I've made a lot of really hard decisions, or a lot of decisions that made my life more difficult than it needed to be. Which, I mean, yeah, I would, if I could, go back and, you know, do things a little bit differently. But at the same time, I feel like if I didn't do things like that, I would have felt like I missed out on something. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff, I'm not gonna lie though, some of the stuff are stuff that I really could have just like completely just removed and just be like, okay, that's not nothing to miss. But some of the things at the time was exactly what I wanted to do. Like, I had my mindset on it, and I know for a fact if somebody had talked me out of doing it, I would have been upset, I would have been resentful. In my head, I would have probably thought it was going to be a different outcome. Like, oh, I had it all figured out. Because, you know, a lot of times, like, people will warn you and be like, you know, don't do this because this is what's going to happen. And you will feel like, listen, not because this is how it happened with you back in the day. You know, just us thinking, okay, I'm younger, I'm smarter, I know what I'm doing type thing. And you're just like, listen, not because it worked out like that with you means that's how it's gonna work out with me. And, you know, we were just like, you know, I'm smarter than that, I know what I'm doing. And I'm not gonna mention the products that I'm using because I'm really just hurrying up. This is how I do my makeup when I'm going to work. It is, when I say it's the most basic thing ever, like it's the most basic thing ever. I really don't do anything much. It's literally foundation and concealer and powder. And a little bit of lip products and mascara. Like, that's it. That's it. But yeah, so, you know, like, I made a lot of mistakes and stuff like that I'm thankful for. I've done a lot of things in my life that a lot of people would typically not do, made a lot of choices that people would not be proud of, that I'm not gonna say I'm not proud of, because I'm proud of anything that I've done, because I feel like anything that I've done for good reasons, and I've learned something from everything. I always try to do that, to learn something, even if it ends up being like a bad situation overall. I will walk away with the fact that, okay, well, this was a dumb decision, shouldn't have did this, probably will never do it again. But then I try to still like feel like I learned something, like, you know, because otherwise that's when I really feel like something is a waste of time, and I hate feeling like I wasted my time, because time is like just very precious. So, you know, even though I've you know, made certain decisions where a lot of times it even costed me family, you know, there's been periods of time where like I've been just kind of living my life, doing my own thing, and my family was just so like, they just disapproved so much. They were just like, okay, like nobody really wants to talk to me, like nobody says anything. I don't go to family events, get-togethers and shit like that. Sometimes on my own accord, I just don't go, because I know, you know, when you go to family events and everybody's just like, oh, so how are you, whatever, what are you doing now, and that kind of stuff. And like all your aunties and uncles and grandparents and stuff, they have their favorite grandkids or whatever, or the family members that are just excelling and just have their whole life together type shit. And you're just on the other end like, man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing myself, like, and you just feel so out of place. And like it's okay, because at the end of the day, we all live and we learn. And a lot of times these same family members who are making you feel guilty, because like they're probably looking at it like, okay, you're of age now where you should have this, that, or that done already, or why have you not done this yet. And it's just like everybody's situation is different. Maybe that cousin is on to her second degree and stuff because she has the family support who can help her to be able to afford that, you know. Maybe she doesn't have any kids, she doesn't have any responsibilities, she still lives with her parents, so she's not thinking about bills and rent and that kind of stuff, you know, versus me, I'm on my own. If I'm thinking about going back to school to finish up my degree or whatever like that, to make you guys proud, I'm gonna have to pay for it. Like, I'm not going to go broke just so you can feel like you have a conversation piece to talk about amongst your friends and be like, oh yeah, you know, she's studying this, that, or the next, you know, probably to go into a job field where I'm gonna be so miserable and unhappy still working for somebody. So I don't see what the great accomplishment is, honestly, other than to say, okay, well, I have a degree. And it's just like so crazy that family just pressures you so much into feeling like, okay, this is what you need to do with yourself. And then a lot of times too, like, even if like you feel like, okay, I made this decision on my own, that, you know, this is not the route that I want to go. And not to say that you should just be like, okay, I don't want to do that, but then don't have like a plan in place to be like, all right, this is what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to work for X amount of years, save up some money, probably invest into something, or, you know, do a couple like small classes, small courses or whatever. Or, you know, if you have interest in something else, like if you completely just don't have any interest in anything, then you're just a bum. Because I mean, who doesn't have any interest at all? I don't know, that's a little weird to me. So I'm definitely not saying, you know, just sit on your ass and not go to school, not really have a job, like stay at your parents' house type thing. Like, that's definitely a no-go. I'm all for independence and being on your own type thing. Like, I believe everybody after a certain age should be out of their parents' house. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just biased because that's how it was with me, but I don't know. I feel like if you're in school though, it's acceptable to still be at your parents' house because you will need that support, you know. I feel like for you to be on your own, worrying about bills and everything, and then people still pressuring you to go to school at the same time, that's a little bit ridiculous, unless you're like older and like married to somebody who can support you financially while you spend this extra money to educate yourself a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But if you're like on your own, or if you're even with somebody and you're both trying to figure life out together and you're like really young, don't let nobody pressure you into doing stuff. Bite off more than what you can chew, or go into some career field that you're not even interested in or anything like that just to make them happy. Because best believe, while you're at home miserable, or while you're sitting at a job pushing paper and just you're missing out on everything with your family because you have this great six-figure job or whatever, but you don't get much vacation time, you don't have time for anything, or even when you're home, this job just requires so much from you that even in your technical alone time, you still have to be doing stuff to keep up with um, the paperwork at the office, or to keep up with your assignments and your duties and stuff like that. That's just like, that's crazy. You know, you don't, my eye is burning me for some reason on this side. I think that primer got into my eye. Shit. I hate when that happens. But yeah, you don't want to do that. I kind of feel like I'm all over the place, and that's the thing that I don't like with live videos, because when I film, I can always, there's tons of videos that I will film, and after I film it and I'm editing it, I'm just like, oh no girl, you are all over the place. And I'll try to edit it and fix it so it looks kind of cohesive. But if I feel like I can't fix it and it's just a lost cause and I completely hate the video, I'm just going to not upload it. Versus like a live video where you're sitting and you're just talking, especially like, for example, if you're talking and doing something, like me talking and getting ready, so I'm really not even like focused completely. I feel like I'm just rambling. But it's just something that I think about a lot, you know, especially more so recently, because for example, all the people that I went to school with, my year group, is they all graduated last year, you know, with their degrees. The year before technically, but I stayed back a year, so I technically had 2 graduation groups. And my first graduation group was the year before last, and then last year was my last graduation group, and that's from college. And also, like, you know, the lawyers and stuff like that who stayed back an extra year and stuff like that, dentistry and whatever, they graduated this year as well. And I'm just like, you know, like, it does make you feel bad sometimes. Like, you know, you're happy for everybody, of course. I'm happy for all my friends that have accomplished something, and it's a great accomplishment, you know. But I feel like it's only an accomplishment if that's what you wanted, if you're not doing it just for somebody else. Because if you're doing it just for somebody else, I don't envy you. I actually feel bad for you, because I'm like, damn, like, to spend all that money just to make somebody else happy, that's crazy to me. Like, that's beyond crazy. I'll be damned if I spend a dime doing anything if it's not something that I genuinely wanted to do. And I understand, because no lie, when you're like younger, you don't really know what you want out of life. And some people do, you know, some people have known the career path and what they wanted out of life since they were like 5 type thing, you know. And some people kind of figure it out along the way. Some people actually get into one career field and it's years later in life that they're like, you know what, I have a calling, you know, I feel like this is what I'm meant to do, and it's something completely different. So I understand completely, just at the time, you know, being the age that we are. And I don't know about nobody, but when I was living with my parents, the rule was you're either going to school or you're working. Like, there is no sitting down trying to figure anything out. So when I was finished with high school, it was really no ifs, ands, or buts to be like, I'm not sure if I want to go to college, or I don't know what I want to go to college for. It was just like, okay, well, you need to be decided by the time you know, or time you're done with this school, because when you're done with this school, you need to move on to go to another school. And I did my college applications on my own, got accepted and everything. Started college. I did 2 years, to be honest, but the whole time I was there, I'm not gonna lie, you can ask any of my lecturers, like, they could tell I was just not interested. I knew I wasn't interested, and it just took such a long time for me to, like, tell my mom. I was like, listen, I'm honestly not interested in this at all. Like, I feel like I'm done with school for a little bit. Feel like I want a break and whatever. And I only told my mom when I wasn't living under her roof anymore, because just before that I just felt like it wasn't an option. So I understand completely if you live with your parents and or you're like completely dependent on your parents. They pay all your bills, you know, they buy you groceries, and for a lot of people, just going against their parents means a lot more. It means you will have to grow up now and be responsible for yourself, because a lot of times your parents will then say, okay, well, do what you want, but I'm not gonna be paying for it, you know? Or, well, you had to move out, get your own place, and figure it out. Some parents are really supportive and they'll let you stay and kind of figure your life out. Probably get a little job in the meantime type thing, because I have a lot of friends whose parents are like that. God bless them type of parents, but I also know a lot of people who are not like that. A lot of them are in my family. So it's just not a thing, you know? But whether it's school or not, because I feel like people get pressured in multiple different ways. People get pressured to get married, you know, your parents are like, oh, when are you gonna get married, you know? I feel like that's a thing, especially in like African families and like Indian families and stuff like that. That's like, it's like tradition. I'm sure it's like that in the Middle East too, you know, where it's like tradition for the females. Like the main pride of a female is to, you know, get a good husband. It's really not much more than that. It's just like, you know, to be a good wife, get a good husband, become a mother, you know, little stuff like that, which is great, because for some people that's actually an accomplishment. Like some people are just maternal, like, no lie. They just, like Kylie, like how she said ever since she was a kid, she always knew she wanted to be a mom, which is weird. A lot of people were like, okay, Kylie. And they were laughing and stuff, but I understood what she was saying. Like, a lot of people, like, that's just what they want. Like, their longing is just for a family, you know? Like how some people say, you know, I'll be happy as long as I have a really big house on the hills and a bunch of money in the bank. Some people don't even like care for money too much. They're just like, as long as I have a family and my family, we all love each other and we're healthy and happy, I'm happy. Like, that's what makes a lot of people happy, which is great, like I said. But if it's not what you want to do, just don't do it. Because at the end of the day, self-love is very important. And if you don't take care of yourself first and love yourself, listen, all these people you're trying to please, it's gonna be a dub, because they're busy living their own life. And if you pick up a gun one day and shoot yourself because you're so unhappy, all they're gonna say is, wow, I can't believe she did that, you know? Or why would she do something as selfish as that? Leave her whole family behind type thing. Some of these people won't even go to your funeral because they'd be so disappointed in you. And they will never accept any fault or any role in why you made a decision like that or anything like that. They won't think that they pressured you, that they added stress to your life. They won't think about any of that stuff. They won't think about the mean stuff that they said to you, or how they made you feel inadequate because you weren't living up to their expectations, how they look at you funny when you come to family gatherings and they be like, oh, they ask you what you're doing and you tell them, oh, nothing, you know, right now I'm just kind of doing this, or I'm kind of just doing that, and they go, oh, you know, and you know what that oh means. Just like, okay, like, thank God you're not my kid type thing, you know. and then they walk around the party and tell everybody how their kid's doing. Like, they don't think about how that kind of stuff makes you feel, you know? And they cheer you on to do all these things to make them happy. And then once you're doing it, honestly, it's just for show, because it's just so they can talk about it, because they don't actually like check up on you frequently and be like, hey, so how are you, how's things going, you know? And I can't say that applies to everybody, because I know a lot of people are like, have a really tight, close-knit family who everybody calls each other and kind of checks up and is like, hey, how's this doing, how's the baby, you know, I heard y'all got a new house, here's some stuff for the housewarming, I can't make it, but here you go, you know, like that kind of thing. So I'm definitely not gonna sit here and act like all family is dysfunctional and weird, but I also do know it's very common for people to pressure you into doing things that just don't make you happy. And that's just basically what this whole rant was about. I wonder how long my hair is gonna be when I perm it next time. I need to get a trim in the summer. I'm honestly thinking that I'm going to be doing a bunch of protective styles for this year, because I'm not due to deliver until September, and I don't want to be dealing with my hair, honestly. I know prenatals make your hair grow a lot too and get really thick. Like, I mean, your hair all over your body. That's one thing. Like, I shaved my armpits yesterday, and if I pull it out right now, there's stubble. Like, and by yesterday I meant last night, and there's stubble. So you're just a very hairy person right now, and that's cool and all, but I just don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to, this is literally all I do to my face to go to work. Put a little bit, like the smallest amount of powder, just to hold it a little bit, because this is Fenty and she does get a little dry. I have noticed though, I don't know if I have combination skin now that I'm pregnant, or if it was always like this and I just didn't notice, because I know I have overall dry skin, but like around my nose area and like right here in the crease, if anywhere on my face is to get oily, that's where it will get oily first. So I'm powdering lightly, but still enough where, you know, while a bitch is working, I don't start looking like a melted piece of chocolate, cause that's not cute. That's not cute at all. But yeah, life is just one big ass roller coaster. I feel like life is just a joke, to be honest. It's crazy. And I feel like the older you get, the more you just wind up into this, you know what, I don't give a damn, I'm gonna just do my own thing. But I feel like I've learned a lot in the 24 years of my existence, and I could tell you guys a bunch of stuff that I done did and been through, and y'all would be like, girl, what, why did you do that? Or just like, wow, what was that like? Which I'll tell you. Follow my other channel, go subscribe to my other channel. A lot of those stories will be coming. Like, I will definitely be telling you guys very soon. I think that's one of the next videos that I'm gonna film, about the time that I went to juvie, because I've tried to tell that story multiple times and then just deleted it. I was just like, nah, no. But one day I was on live and just talking about it, and a lot of people was actually like, yo, you should do a whole story time on this. I'm like, really? I've thought about that, but it's a fail every time I sit down and try. But I think I'm gonna do it, because for one, it's interesting, and two, I feel like it's informative, because it's a lot of people who I'm friends with now who have kids, and I feel like moving forward, like I feel like people need to know these things. I just feel like it's a lot of things that people don't know, and to make a decision like that, I feel like you definitely need to be educated. It not by educated, I don't mean what you see on TV or what these places tell you that it's very safe and you know your kids will be acting different and blah 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 blah. Don't. Like, you need to actually seek out people who's gone through the system and ask them if they feel like their life was better or worse after they got out. Ask them to tell you some stories of things that went on when they were in there, things that you will not see in them reports, things that get swept under the rug. Like, do your actual research. So that's why I'm like really open to talk about like this kind of stuff, because even though, you know, at the time it really wasn't something I was proud of, because a lot of people just looked at it like, oh, I went to juvie because I was a bad child. And I'm like, actually, that's not the whole story, for one. And two, you can't just label a child as bad. I feel like a lot of times these quote unquote bad children are going through a lot. And if you would just spend your time trying to figure out what the problem is and help to maybe find a solution instead of judging people, then, you know, the world would just be a better place. Just spread more love and positivity. Then, you know, what's the point of talking badly about a child? You know, a kid's acting up and the only thing you got to say is, oh, that's a bad child. Like, why are you putting your mouth on somebody else's kid in the first place? First of all, you better be careful, because if you ever have kids in the future, you never know how your kids are going to turn out. So you definitely want to be careful with that kind of thing. And yeah, definitely want to shed some light on that kind of thing. There's also other things that I've done that I'm still debating if I should share. Not just for myself. For myself personally, I would, because I'm a very open book, you know. But I am married and I have to consider, you know, other people's privacy as well, and just how they will feel about me sharing certain things. I have kids, so I have to think about that as well. Even though I feel like whatever I've been through, I would never hide from my children. So I would share it when it comes on to my kids, because, you know, I feel like if anything, it can teach them something, you know, teach them either not to do what I did, or if you're gonna make these decisions, to make wiser decisions, you know. I would only want my kids to be better than me, you know, and they can, if they can learn from my life mistakes, then shit, so be it, you know. You only live once, and I feel like we experience these things and make these mistakes so that we can learn, and so others can learn, you know. It's no different from motivational speakers who tell you about how they used to be on crack and all types of shit, or pastors who tell you how they found God when they was in prison for murder. It's no different, you know. We do things, and sometimes it's in our very darkest of places that we find light, because once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go, honestly, but up. Like, that's a saying, but it's very true. Like, if you are ground zero, where else are you gonna go unless you're gonna kill yourself? Like, as long as you hit rock bottom and you decide to keep going, keep pressing forward, keep trying, then you're making a step forward. You know, you're making progress. And even though it might not feel like that at the time, listen, don't let nobody tell you anything. You're gonna be great. It's gonna be all right. Life freaking sucks for everybody. Like, even the people who make it seem so glamorous, it sucks for everybody. For some people, it's a little bit easier because they may have more money or support or whatever, but it still sucks. It still sucks because a lot of these people are rich and miserable. Like, they're completely miserable. Their life is just so unhappy. They hate everybody. Their wife is cheating, or they're out cheating, you know. You just see her married to this billionaire or whatever, this guy. They have a wonderful home, a lovely home, beautiful family. Everything is so beautiful on the outside, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors, you know? He probably puts his hands on her. He probably is calling her outside her name, just very disrespectful. He's probably seeing other people, and a lot of the times when people know you're dependent on them type of stuff too, they don't care about hurting you, because they know for a fact your ass ain't going nowhere, and they just feel like, you know, they're the best thing you will ever have, especially if they know that you have like self-esteem issues. Oh yeah, they will play on that, honey, and they will just suck the life out of you, to be honest. And I feel for people like that. And you will see them and you're just so focused on, wow, like they have such a beautiful house. Every year they update their car, get a new car. They're always going on family vacation. Shit, they probably only travel together in the same plane and take photos. And then as soon as they get there, sleeping in separate rooms. They only see each other, meet up for photos and public appearances type thing, and you just don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Yeah, I am making this a little bit glowy if you can see, but in person, it really doesn't look extra because it's gold. So, it's very, I would say subtle, because it's a cream highlight by Becca. I really love it. I picked it up by accident because I actually wanted the powder one, but I think it's beautiful. And shit, if I paid $48 for it, I am going to make use of it. So, yeah. You know what time it is, because my ass needs to be out of here by a certain time. Okay, it's still early. It's 3:52. I gotta be out of here by 4:20, the latest, because I walk to work and I literally work right down the street, which is great. So by the time I get there, everything's fine. I got enough time to eat, but I usually don't. I'm gonna actually try to make me a quick little something before I head out the house again, even though I just not too long ago had breakfast. But you know, when you be talking and shit, you get hungry. So I'm going to make myself probably a bagel and cream cheese, because I went grocery shopping yesterday, and trust, you know that feeling when you haven't been grocery shopping in a while and the house gets really low on food, and then you eventually go grocery shopping and you're just like, oh my god, like you just feel like eating all the time because you're just like just so happy to see food in the house. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. I'm just like, yes, I'm so happy. Like, wait, is it fucking raining? I'm sitting here this whole time hearing the pit pat, and I'm not realizing it's raining, and I'm walking to work. Hold up now, I might have to make arrangements to get my ass to work. Hopefully not though, cause a bitch ain't trying to spend any type of money, especially if I can walk. If it's not raining heavy, I might just walk and just put my hood over my hair. Man, but I don't know. God, I hate that. I might have to arrange for a ride. And then over my lip balm, I don't put blush on because I just feel like, I don't know. Actually, I could, but I just don't. I feel like without the blush and just with just the face products without blush, it just makes me look like I just naturally look like this a little bit. I feel like this could be believable that this is my face on an everyday basis, you know, if I had really nice skin and no pimples type thing. It's believable. I'm just going to shade in my eyebrows just a little bit because they're a mess and I need to shave them, but it's okay. I actually want to try these Benefit products on my brows. I'm going to be trying a bunch of new products this year, I swear. And showing you guys a lot of hair tutorials because I'm going to, like I said, be doing a lot of protective styling, crochet braids and stuff. I think that's the next thing I want to do to my hair is some crochet braids. Even though this is a powder, you see that, guys, like it's pretty dark. Yeah, so I want to try this crochet hairstyle that I saw Damn That Chef do. She's a YouTuber too. She's Jamaican as well. She does a bunch of like crochet styles that's like really simple and like beginner friendly type thing. So if you're always looking for like hairstyle ideas type thing, you should definitely check her channel out. But yeah, so I'm going to do one of those styles that I saw her do on her channel, and yeah, that's it. Hopefully I can rock that for about 2 weeks and then do something else, 2-3 weeks, maybe a month if I'm lucky. It's just that my hair grows so much when I'm pregnant, and I just feel like I'm gonna end up with a bunch of new growth. Then I'm gonna end up having to take it out because it's not gonna be neat anymore. And you can tell, of course, that by me doing my makeup like this, I will not be able to clean up my brows. So it'll be more of like a messy look, but that's fine to me. That's fine. It's completely fine. But yeah, this is my quick getting ready for work. Typically, if I'm not like talking and doing all this stuff, to be honest, this takes me like 30 minutes, which is the quickest I could ever do my makeup. 30 minutes is like a miracle for me. It's like, wow, okay. Bitch is like Speedy Gonzalez right now. Yeah, I dead ass as soon as I get off of this, have to figure out how my ass is getting to work. Oh damn, and I don't think I'll be able to have a ride because my guy who usually takes me, he's out of town today. He told me that yesterday. I might just have to thug it out and walk. It's fine. Couple of drops of rain ain't gonna kill nobody. Not my favorite brows, but also not my worst. And it's gonna fade, so fuck it. Fuck it. I feel like it actually looks weird. Whatever, man. And then for lips, oh, let me do this right quick. Eyeliner and mascara. I should probably tightline the top too. I bought this at Walmart. I actually really like it. It's Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express. The gold packaging, because they have a bunch of these same ones. I really like it for a drugstore. Like, just look. You will see in a second. Mm. Y'all see it? And my eyelashes are like super wild, like dumb wild. Here's my eye. Okay. Try not to go ham to anything too crazy, because you know I do want it to be somewhat of a natural look, which is why I don't apply lashes. Wow. I just think this is so pretty. Now, on my bottom lashes, I do have to be careful because this shit will start looking really fake really fast. So I just want to do it enough for it to show up but not look crazy. Like, I think that's good. See? Woo. Yeah. There we go. That's it. A little bit of lip balm, and today I do feel like I want to have just a little bit of I forgot to put this on my face before, kind of like when I prime. God, I can't find anything in here. Okay, I feel it. Just a little bit of color. So this is from when I had my Kiss Me lip subscription. Just going to put a couple drops. Actually, I'm gonna put my lip balm first. So lip balm. And then into just a couple drops. I just felt like a little stain. It's a little pinker, redder than I thought, but it might die down. But yeah, that's it. I gotta go get dressed, get my clothes on. So that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Yep, 4:05, good timing. And this is how I look when I'm going to work. Simple, very simple. That's it. Toodles.